Watch what happens when I drop a resume into Data Resume Magic. This tool will score your resume, point out strengths and weaknesses, and then help you rewrite it. This tool is basically an expert data coach that you'll have in your pocket 24/7, and it's totally free to use. I'll show you where to find it, and I'll walk you through how you can use it to take your data resume to the next level and start getting more opportunities. Let's jump in. You can find it in the GPT store within OpenAI. So just go to ChatGPT, go to Explore GPTs, or you can find this here at chatgpt.com/GPTs. If you search Maven Analytics, you'll see Data Resume Magic. Just click that and you're going to start a chat here. Watch what happens when I start a chat. So it's going to give you two options here. You can either review an existing resume or you can start one from scratch. I'm going to walk you through the workflow for reviewing an existing resume. So I'm taking this actual resume that I used when I was about 2 years in. I've changed the dates. I've changed some other stuff like my address and my email. But otherwise, this is a real resume that I sent out. I didn't get any jobs with it. Let's review this resume. So it's basically asking for a couple of things. So I'm uploaded the resume. I'm saying I want to be a data analyst, but I don't have a job description yet. All right, so I've actually pulled the resume up here so we can see it as we're going through the results. Really cool. It gives you this 6-second scan, which is what you really need to do to get past the initial impression of a potential hiring manager. If you don't dazzle them in the first few seconds and they think, oh, this person's not a fit, they're not going to read the rest of the resume. So it gives me some tips on there. What stands out, that I have an analyst title, education seems pretty good, maybe student managed fund experience might be, but then it also calls out some weaknesses. So some formatting issues. The bullets are very generic. They're not really eye-catching. There's no detail on metrics or impact. The skills section relative to data analyst roles is not there. There's a computer skills section at the bottom, but it's really kind of buried. You can see that down here. The long education section pushes the experience too far down. And then finally, including an SAT score here is like totally irrelevant and a red flag for professional employers that just kind of screams, this person is really junior. So this part's really cool. It's going to give me a full dimension by dimension scoring for professionalism and deal breakers. Is it ATS friendly? Does it use space well? Is it brief enough? How descriptive and impactful? Do you have metrics? Do you have impact that you're able to produce for a business? Are you leading with your strengths at the very top of the page? Do you have any red flags? Is it tailored to analyst roles? Really, like, how aligned is it with the specific role that you're going for? So it's going to give me the highest leverage fixes, the top things that I can do. This is without even asking me any more questions. So literally all I did was upload this right now. It's saying, give me a skills section at the top, include SQL, Excel, Python, Tableau, Power BI, etc. Right? That's great advice. I should have that up there. Right now I've got some relevant skills, but they're buried at the bottom and I'm missing some of the key things if I really want to be a data analyst. It says rewrite the Digitas experience with 4 to 6 strong bullet points, including metrics. What I've got in this resume right now is just very generic. It's not really telling the story of the things that I did for the business. How did I help them? What tools did I use? So getting that in there is going to be really key. It says rewrite my summary to position clearly as an analyst. I've got kind of a lot of stuff going on this resume, so I think that's great advice as well. And then compress the education so that it doesn't take more than 3 to 4 lines. When you have too much education as the focus on there, it reads really, really junior. Next, it asks these targeted questions, trying to get a little bit deeper, stuff that I've left off, but isn't particularly obvious for the GPT until it asks me these questions. So it's asking me what tools I use. I'm saying SQL, Excel, Google Analytics. What types of data and projects do you work with? I say primarily marketing data, website analytics, and campaign data. So it asks a bunch of these questions. I'm going to give it a little bit more detail. And then it's going to quickly just summarize some of these things back here. And you might have a little bit of a different experience when you're working with this, but it's really trying to get at the same stuff, trying to get the best, most valuable information out of you that will match to the role that you're going for and helping you put that onto the page. So it's summarizing the things that I told it in terms of skills. It's trying to bring some things to the forefront here, including impact and including a little bit more specifics about what I actually did. So people reading it could picture what it might be like to work with me. And then finally, it does have a few more questions here just getting into my tenure, clarifying what kind of SQL data that I was working with, and for the dashboarding and automated reports, who was that getting presented to? And finally, it's saying, should it include Python? I think I'm going to say no, because honestly, not very good with Python at that point. So we're going to just say no to that. And then we'll see what this updated resume looks like. So we're getting this resume up here. Now it's got this summary talking about the specific things that I've done. It's got my technical skills right up at the top: SQL, Excel, Google Analytics, Tableau, as well as my expertise level here, which can be a good idea, especially that I'm willing to call out Tableau as a beginner. It might be a little more believable that I've got expert SQL skills there. If I just said expert on everything, it's hard to tell. And then, so it's got the technical skills here, the different techniques, and it's got a much more robust section about my work at Digitas. So just compare this section over here with what you have here. So it's a lot more verbose. It's getting into the specific tools that I use, the types of projects that I worked on. It's calling out 30% per month with the same spend. It's talking about the things that I actually built. So it's really just bringing a lot more to life from that role, instead of keeping it like really generic and high level where it's harder to tell what I actually did. It's going to fix the other experience. You'll notice it cut some of the things off. It cut off the student managed fund. It cut off the study abroad things that really weren't adding that much and kind of looking like filler that made me seem a little bit more junior. So those are gone. It's offering to run the scoring rubric again on this new resume, which is great. So I'm going to say, this looks great. Give me the score. Tell it did a great job. And if you're using this and it does do a great job, we love that feedback. Please rate it. All right. So now it's given me this updated scoring for each of the dimensions. And I've pulled up the previous version just so we can see the comparison. So previously we had done 3 out of 10 on professionalism. We're up to 9 out of 10. ATS friendliness and structure, with some specific call outs that were pretty brutal, 2 out of 10. And that's gone up to 9 out of 10. The use of space and brevity was a 4 out of 10. This is now up to 8 out of 10. Descriptiveness and data impact, 2 out of 10. Now we're up to 9 out of 10. That's one area where it did really probe me for more information. It was super generic before, not descriptive, very hard to tell what I actually did. Made a lot of progress there. Leading with your strengths being up at the top of the page, it moved that whole skills section up to the top, and it took my strongest, most relevant experience and really expanded it and put it there up at the top as well. So much better there. Red flags, kicked some of them out. We went from 5 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. Tailoring for the specific job, 2 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. We got a lot more of those important terms in there. It did give some opportunities here that we could still potentially get better with, but honestly, I hadn't used Looker, Snowflake, Power BI, so I really can't do in there. But if I had, it is a great opportunity. It's good advice. Finally, the role alignment, 3 out of 10 to 9 out of 10, looks a lot better. And so that overall score getting to be pretty good. So you see how relatively easy that was. It's a quick conversation about your experience, and it does all the work for you. It's really smart. You just have to tell it what to do. This is not some generic AI tool. This is trained by Maven Analytics expert instructors, people that have been in the field for 20 years, who have been on both sides of the hiring table, have hired dozens of direct reports, have participated in hiring hundreds of people, and have trained literally millions of people learning data skills and trying to get jobs in data. So this is trained to be that expert Maven Analytics instructor in your pocket, in your browser, available 24/7. Hope you will go to ChatGPT, check out the data resume magic, and use this to make an improvement in your resume and hopefully start to get yourself some job opportunities.